Hello and welcome to my Moodle tutorial. Today we're going to be going over how to set up your new Moodle page. So after you set up your page, you're going to be brought to this screen right here. This is your home page. As you can see, I've already added a course in, but we're going to go to right here. Whenever you first create your page, it's going to be called My New Moodle Classroom or something like that, My Moodle Page. I went ahead and changed it just because it looks a little nicer. And if you want to do that, you're going to go into Edit Settings. And you're going to click on that right there. And if you want to change the name, these are where you're going to do it. Just change it to whatever you'd like. You can use your name, your class period, whatever you wish. But yeah, this is the page you're going to do that on. I'm going to go back to the home page, and we're going to go ahead and go to the course that I created. So as you can see, I have added a few things already, a syllabus, about me, assignment. I updated this little heading right here to say course information. And underneath, I just put important updates and information, just for the students to have like a little hub area where it'll stay at the very top so they can always see it. And this is where we're going to put important things. After this, you're going to have all of your weeks. So we're going to go ahead and start editing this for the tutorial. The first thing you're going to want to do is turn editing on. After you do that, you're going to have a bunch of different options come up where you're able to edit titles and headers, font sizes. You can add files and forums. And unless you click on that, none of these options are going to be available. So please don't forget. So the first thing we're going to do is add in an additional file to this course information section. So we're going to click Add an Activity or Resource. After this, we're going to go into File. And if you look whenever you click on something to the right in this little window, it gives you a brief description on what the resource is or the activity. So if you're confused and you don't really know which to click, just click on it and it'll give you like an overview. If you don't know what the survey does, so we're just going to go ahead and click File and Add. And we are going to call this Supply List. And in the description, I'm just going to put, please have by second week. You don't need to put that if you don't want. As you can see, it's not required. It doesn't have a little red asterisk. If you want to display the description on the course page, you're going to click that box, but I don't really want to. The only thing I'm going to want to do is select a file to upload. So I'm going to choose my file. I'm going to click on the PDF I've already created, and I'm going to upload that file. As you can see, it's uploaded to Moodle now. And these little drop-down menus, you can select anything. You can click through them if you want. The appearance is where you can show the size of your file, the type of it. So if you click on these, it'll show that it's a PDF or how many megabytes it is. But I'm just going to leave that alone for now. If you want to restrict access to certain students or you want to show it at a certain time, you're going to go into this one. But I'm just going to save and return to the course because that's all I want it to do. So now we have a little supply list that is available for the students. The next thing I want to do is add a little question and answer forum. So I'm going to click on the same button, Add Resource or Activity. And I'm going to click on Forum this time. And then just like last time, it'll give a little overview of what it is. So I'm going to click Add. And I will call this one Course Questions. Please post your questions here. And for this one, I'm going to display the description just so you can see what happens whenever you do that. And we're not going to alter the forum type at all. We're also not going to allow attachments because this is going to be simply an answer and question forum. We don't want them to be able to add any files or anything like that. Subscriptions, if you want to be notified when people post. We're not going to put a threshold either. And this is obviously not graded. So if you want to look at all these, just click on them and it's pretty self-explanatory. But this is just a simple forum, so we're not going to mess with any of this. And I'm going to save and return to the course again. And as you can see, it's added in our little course questions forum. And the one thing I'm going to want to do, because I don't think this looks really nice, is I'm going to drag this to the top to put the forums next. So if you don't like the way things are ordered, you can drag it all around to your desire. So I'm going to leave it like that. I think it looks a lot nicer. And as you can see, it's updated our little description. You can see right here. Okay, so we're going to go into the weeks, your little sections for your class. So I've renamed this one week 1, and you're obviously going to have more weeks in the school year, so we're going to go ahead and add a separate weekend. So you're going to click on this little window right here that has a little plus sign by it. You're going to click on that, and it will go ahead and add a second section for you. And we're going to go ahead and edit this one. If you want to quickly edit the title of this week, click on this little pencil right here and you can edit it. But we're going to go ahead and edit the whole thing. So I am going to rename this. I don't want it to say this default name, so I'm going to unselect it. And I'm going to call it week 2. And after this, this is where I'm going to put the dates. So we're going to put the 4th of November to the 10th of November. I think it looks a little nicer that way, and we're not going to restrict access to anyone. We want it to be available from the very beginning. So we're going to save the changes. And as you can see, it has changed what we did. And we're going to go ahead and add an assignment in for this week. So the first week would have been like orientation. I put a little about me assignment. And if you click on it, you can see what we wrote about it. I put the requirements, the grading summaries. That's just going to be for you. Your students are going to have a different view. So let's go back and we're going to do another assignment. So we're going to add on the same, we're going to click on the same button, add an activity or resource. This time we're going to choose assignment. We're going to add that in. And since this is a mathematics course, we're going to do Chapter 1 homework. In the description, let's call this 1 through 29 problems. 1 through 29 odds only. And we're going to display the description again, and we're not going to add any files because we're going to want the students to add their own. This is going to be your most important thing right here, your little drop-down menu, the availability. So this is when you're going to want to change the dates so your students can submit it and what you want the due dates to be. So we're going to put this, we're going to open it up on the 27th of October at 1 in the morning. And the due dates we're going to make on the 4th of November at, we're going to put 23 hours, so that'll be 11 p.m. And right here, if you want to put a cutoff date where students can not submit things anymore, you can enable it, but I'm just going to allow them to turn it in late. Submission types. If you want to allow them to submit text online, you're going to select this here. I'm going to select it so they can type it in Moodle, just in case they don't want to submit like a Word file, they can type it in the browser itself. And we're not going to put a word limit or anything like that. If you want to allow feedback for grading, that's going to be your sections right here. But your most important one is going to be your grade. Since this is an assignment, we're only going to make this worth 20 points since it's a homework assignment. And you can do scales or points. We're just going to leave it alone. And your grade to pass, that's going to be for if you want them to keep on taking it until they do pass. But we're just going to allow them to turn it in for completion. Module settings, restricting access again, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and save and return to the course. So after we do that, you can see it is added on our little homework assignment, so your students can see it really easily. And that's about it. That's all I've got for you. So thank you so much for watching my tutorial, and I hope you learned a lot. Thank you.